Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trial and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What it do? Y'all know what time it is. It is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Look, it ain't an awkward conversation. It's not an awkward subject because we're trying to improve. And I'm not about self-condemning people, so I'm going to have a lot of humor. We're going to have a lot of laughs. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. And I'm going to put myself out there on this because, again, it's all about growing, getting better together forever. NoFap. I was going to say vape. If you don't know what it is, self-pleasurement. Look here, I discovered Latrina in Rochelle at the age of 14, right? And obviously, I say obviously because I'm talking about it because it still exists. And look, I'm not ashamed. The hormones grow and you discover that you can pleasure yourself without needing a female. And that's why I don't feel embarrassed about it, because that's why I never really got around. That's why I haven't been with everybody in town, because I discovered that, you know, if I'm feeling some type of way, I can make it go away in a matter of a few minutes, you know what I mean? And look, if you're young and you're watching this, understand, obviously it shows, not obviously, but it shows that you have a sexy health, drive, a sexy, wow. It shows you have a healthy sex drive. But after a certain while, it also shows you don't have any self-control. And do I have any self-control? It gets out of hand from time to time, I'll admit. But again, I'm not getting around with everybody in town. And not everybody can say they had me because of it. And I'm not going to get into the spiritual debate of it being wrong or right. But like I said, it shows you don't have any self-control. And after a while, you got to confront it and you have to control it, because this is what's going to happen if you don't. Say you're in a relationship. It has its pros and cons like everything else. But I'm gonna talk about the cons. It'll keep you from having that healthy, intimate relationship. It'll keep you from having a healthy relationship in general, because it's going to be all you want. Because obviously, it's all you're thinking about. And the pro about it, you can last longer, right? You can be breaking that back in for a few extra minutes. No, seriously though, it has more cons than pros. Because for me personally, like I said, it's going to be all you think about. And we're all blind to some of the things that we do. But in hindsight, I realized that it was the things that I was thinking about that was causing me to seek out that self-pleasurement. I was looking at females in a way in which I didn't have to, in the way in which you shouldn't, because I wasn't looking at them as a person. I was looking at females as, something to go to break that back in and clap some cheeks. I'm not going to lie. And I mean no disrespect to females, none at all whatsoever. But that's how I would perceive them. And that cause had an effect in which led me to stroking that thing about 5, 6, 7 times a day. No embellishment, no cap. Pause. That's what it did. I am not going to lie to you. It's all about getting better together. And I honestly admit that's what it caused me to do. Now, there's been a athletic debate about it, and Uh, I didn't have any effects when it came to that. You know, the whole sex before an event. Sometimes, you know, you don't get no sex before an event. Maybe you get them blue balls, you know what I mean? And you gotta get rid of it. So that's why I say what I say when it came to the academic, or not the academic, but you know, when it comes to the athletic events, it didn't have an effect. But like I said, long story short, it shows you have a healthy sex drive, but it also shows you don't have any self-control, because after a while, it'll even become a habit. Maybe you're not even feeling any type of way, but when you get off of work, you've built up a habit of getting in the shower, maybe thinking about a person you found attractive at work, and you're not even erected. I don't mean to get too, you know, detailed, but you're not even erected, and it's just a habit of what you do. That's what it can cause you to do. And that, like I said, it has more cons than pros, and that's a very bad one, because you're already tired, and then you have more work up on your body. There's a science behind that release, and you're going to get rid of a lot of, you know, B12s and whatever else that it has in it. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that stuck with me. But just got to have self-control, people. Men, even females. You got to have self-control, because it can get out of control. You don't want to perceive females as something to pounce on all the time, because they're people too. You know, they need respect just like you. Don't get in the habit of seeing them like that, because you can become a perv. Like I said, we become completely blind to what we do. You, in your mind, you can think you're innocent, but you can make a female feel very comfortable, because you're looking at them in a way in which causes you to stroke that thing, man. And like I said, you can just see them as something to pounce on. And even if you don't see them as something to pounce on, you're not going to be able to be yourself when you're around them, because you already know the cause and effect that they have on you, that they've been having on you. So have self-control, men. Be men, not little boys. Get rid of foolish ways and learn how to behave. Self-control. Okay? Self-control. It is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share. Again, it's all about getting better together forever. There was probably a lot of inappropriate things to say, but you know, if you want to get better, it has to be detailed. It has to be specific, and it has to be an image in your mind that you can create in order to put into effect what I'm saying, and understand what the cause and effect really truly is. Again, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Hey, until next time, hey, we out. Peace.